Now we go to Mike, Janice, and Jill.
That's right, Jill Gilardi is here today. Hey, Jill.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
Great to see you. You know, I got to admit, I wasn't that great at science, but I do know atoms and molecules. I know those,
Yeah,
right?
well, she found out up close and personal about them, didn't you?
Yeah, I found out about something else other than those, you know. So we've all heard of atoms and molecules, but what about nanometers? What? Well, sometimes something so small is actually a really big deal at McWane Science Center.
Nano just means on a small scale down to 1/1000th of a meter.
That's like chopping up a meter stick into 1 billion pieces, and one of the pieces would be the size of a nanometer.
It's like a strand of DNA. The individual little piece is only 2 nanometers across. Your human hair is 100,000 nanometers across.
There is nano all around us, and probably more ways than you even realize. Because of nanoscience, we now have stain and wrinkle-resistant clothing.
So we have the stain-resistant ones. They actually are reflecting a property we find in nature. So this was actually nano in nature. So this is actually a lotus leaf. And the lotus leaves have a special structure. Nanostructures mean they're very small, but they have these little structures that look like bumps on the leaf. So what those bumps actually do is actually create an air pocket that holds the water off of the lotus leaf, so the lotus can float in the water without sinking or drowning.
The lotus leaf idea was transferred into a product, a spray that is used on fabric that creates a layer of air that keeps the liquid from soaking in.
There's something as simple as these socks are treated with nanosilver particles. Well, that's great. Silver has a natural antibiotic quality.
And it also eats the bacteria that causes odor.
You guys smell that? Well, you know what? I'm just going to give you these because the cool thing about nanotechnology is they're even in socks to make your feet smell better.
One thing that everybody always says they want are invisibility cloaks. Well, guess what? Because of nanotechnology, we can do that. We're getting very close to do that.
Looking at the jars, it looks like there is just one glass Hershey Kiss in each one clear, one red. But the jar on the left, actually it's 2.
The glass here is borosilicate glass, and it has a very different refractive index than the water that it's in. Now over here, we're in baby oil. This is baby oil here. Well, it turns out that borosilicate glass has a very similar refractive index.
That refractive index is what makes you see things differently. The liquid they are in causes the light to move at different speeds, which makes it either easier or harder to see.
So you're probably going, wow, I'm hearing lots of wows in here this morning, learning something new. So at McWane Science Center, obviously you can learn about nano in nature by first watching their newest IMAX film called Mysteries of the Unseen World, and then take part in their nano programs. And for more information about nanoscale science education, just visit NISENet, that's NISENET.org.
That was the coolest.